My name is Mark Batesel. I'm an orthodontist. I had a practice in Orange County, California for a long time. I sold that to pursue some technology that I developed actually with all these robots and focusing on root positions, things that is different than the way most orthodontists think actually. We kind of think as a whole system as opposed to just the parts of the teeth that you can see. I went to school at USC for dental school and Loma Linda for orthodontics, and we're really fortunate to get into Loma Linda because they have an all-encompassing way of approaching cases. So rather than just focusing on the teeth themselves, you focus on the airway system, the musculature system. As an orthodontist, my training is also in dental facial orthopedics, which means I can influence the way a face grows. So we like to start kids younger because the younger we start, the more my treatment can actually affect their facial growth and development. But that's kind of what brought me into this whole realm of 3D. So I was one of the first orthodontists to treat all of my patients using 3D x-rays because it gives me a whole entire view of the system. It's like the difference between looking out a window versus stepping outside and really experiencing what's going on. I feel like my cases that if I can start knowing where I'm going in full 3D, the cases end up getting to where I want them much better and much easier. And I can evaluate things more than just the teeth. We can look at the root structure, the bone structure, the airway system, and I can actually do growth predictions in 3D to figure out exactly what a child's face is going to look like when they're an adult and then treat to that adult face. So it kind of gives me a better overall system. So part of orthodontics is that it's a business, and I wanted to do aligners, but the big provider in the market, it's very expensive, and I wasn't doing enough volume of patients to get, number one, a patient discount, but number two, I kept getting different lab techs and just the back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between how I wanted the case set up and what the different lab tech each time was giving me something. It was just a nightmare to work with. So I ended up bringing everything in-house. So we print our own models, we print our own aligners, and I'm better to have better control, and I'm designing the treatment with my own hands, and I just feel like I get much better results that way. Sometimes with the other major provider, or the big provider in the industry, you know, you have to throw away half the trays because you do a course correction or a mid-course correction or refinement or something. But here, we can just kind of do it as we go since it's in-house. No shipping costs, no lab fees. It's just much more efficient. We're using the HeyGears Ultracraft DS in our practice, and I'm extremely pleased with the results. I mean, the resolution is top-notch. It's honestly probably better than I even need, and the reliability is bar none. Like my friends, I know they have multiple printers just in case one breaks down, they can keep going. I haven't had any problems with this printer at all since I've owned it. So by 3D printing and not doing traditional pour up, I'm able to, there's no more alginate, there's no more powder, there's no more model trimming, there's no more mess. You know, you're always, with the plaster models, you're always cleaning up the plaster trap and there's just stuff everywhere. And it's just so much cleaner and easier. And also, the training I've noticed is much easier actually with the 3D computerized stuff than teaching somebody how to pour it up properly and trim it correctly. I just, yeah, that part of it's nice too. I think knowing that I'm on cutting edge, I think it helps a lot, you know, and they, when I bring a new patient in, we walk in by their printer and they're like, what is that? It looks like a spaceship or something, you know? But it allows me to talk about the technology that we have in the office and kind of how they can benefit from what we're using. The HeyGear printing, or number one, the software that we use is it's really easy to use, and the support is excellent. I mean, I pretty much text their tech whenever I need help. It's amazing. But again, the reliability and the print quality, I think, are top notch.